Hey, what's up bros? Welcome back to another video on Pokemon Masters. Today we are talking about the new banner that is the Mix Scout. Welcome to Pay-to-Win Heaven. This Scout is unfortunately not for the free-to-play. You can't use your free gems. Now, if you do spend a little bit of money, so for example getting the paid bundles, this is a fairly good Scout to do. And I'll tell you why. First of all, each pull, even though the rate of a 5-star dropping is only 7%, every pull is only 100 gems, which is the equivalent of a discount paid pull. So for example, one of these daily discounts. Secondly, it only takes 300 scout points to get a guaranteed unit, so you can pick whatever unit you want that is within this banner. And the great news is this banner has a lot of limited time units. We're talking about over 130 limited units. So if you've missed a few units in the past, you can pick these up from this banner. Unfortunately, to get to those scout points will take you a little while because you're only allowed to use 900 gems a day. Now, typically, using a daily discount only gives you 1 scout point, which is actually a bit less than if you were to use one of the 300 gem non-paid gem scouts. So we're going to find out what happens is if we use one of these to scout, how many scout points we're going to get. So let's go ahead and let's sync scout. So we're going to use the single scout 100 paid gems first, and I presume we're going to get 1 scout point. Yep, we can see that it's 1 scout point. Now we're going to do the triple scout with 300 paid gems, and I'm going to guess that it's 3 scout points. Nice little sparkle. Oh, red, but not the varieties. Oh, it is a variety. No way, that was quick. Okay, wow. Dang, I was going to go through whether this unit's any good, but I guess we don't need to anymore. We can actually see it in action. So the triple scout is also 1 point per scout. So that's 3 scouts. And we're going to see what happens if we use 5 scout. And I'm going to guess it's 5 scout points. And there we go. So every day you can use 9 scout points worth of paid gems, which means it will take you 34 days to complete the scout points. Now this banner will run for a very, very long time. We're talking about 6 months worth of seeing Red and Venusaur, so I'm sure you guys will get bored of it very soon. Now onto the reason why this banner can be really good for you. If you actually check out the offering rate of the Sync Scouts in this banner, you will see that it's a 7% chance of encountering a 5-star, but in amongst those 5 stars, there are actually a lot of limited time units. Look at all these reds that are available. Look at the Variety Scouts, Lyra and Vaporeon, the New Year Scouts, etc, etc. In fact, if you filter for all of the limited units, the units that are not in the general pool usually, and tally up all these numbers, we're talking about over 130 units. And down here at the bottom, you'll also see that 3 4-star units are also included, but these are limited time 4-star units. So let's do some maths. The odds of encountering a limited unit is 0.25%. There's about 130 of them, giving you a 3.25% chance of encountering what would normally be on a limited banner. So if you're just out here collecting units, to begin with, these are boosted odds of encountering something limited. And of course, on top of that, 2% on top of the 3.25 goes to Red Mix Scout, so the Venusaur unit. Then, as you build up your points, in about a month's time, you get to pick a unit, whatever you want. And this banner even includes really new units, like we only just got these ones recently. So this is pay to win heaven. What I haven't seen though is I haven't seen any of the Master Fair units in this banner, but having said that, it's even got the unit we just got released, Runerigrus, in this banner. Now, I don't know about you, but there are some units that I just want for collection purposes. So this banner makes for great collecting. So definitely worth checking out. Now let's talk about Red and Venusaur. I gotta say, I'm very disappointed that this is just rehashed material. We've got base outfit Red. Like, they didn't even touch him. They just used him as is without giving him a new outfit, and then just gave him a different role using a Pokemon that was already in the game. In fact, this Venusaur kind of makes Leaf Venusaur a bit obsolete because it's a kind of a debuffing Venusaur, which is what Giga Frenzy Plant does. It lowers special defense, and it does that on all 3 units, similar to the other Venusaur we have in this game. But it's a bit better because it also lowers the attack and special attack of the opponent with every attack. Then it's got some relatively general support moves, like increasing defense of a ally, and also doing some potion. It doesn't need to buff itself at all because of Ferocious Entry 4 and Kanto Journey Legacy, both of which will allow him to always crit and have +4 attack and special attack to start. Now what's funny is that the other Venusaur unit has poison, so you'd think that maybe the other Venusaur still has some meta relevance. Well, actually, this Venusaur can also apply poison on the opponents with its Sync Grid, Razor Leaf, Toxic Chance 4. And on top of that, it has Unfortuitous, so further debuffing the opponents. And it sets Grassy Terrain with its max move. Now, here are some grid recommendations. If you're after more of a Sync Nuke type of Venusaur, then definitely go for something like this grid here with Smarty Pants, able to power up the Sync move if the opponents have dropped special defense, which will come with your buddy move, as well as Grassy Terrain with Sync move up by 50%. So make sure you use your Sync move within Grassy Terrain, which can happen if you EX this unit, because it's a field unit, so the Grassy Terrain will be applied before the Sync is used, or time it with your max move. Alternatively, more of a supporting role or a debuffing role. This grid here will allow Venusaur to have plenty of potions, cause poison, as well as debuff the opponents. So which grid you go for depends on what type of team you plan to run it on. And that's all I have to say for today. Thank you for watching, guys. If this video helped you, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel.